Well, we're still awaiting news of the Belmarsh Crown Court, what's going on. Still keep updates if we get any more news today. And meanwhile, I thought I would do my annual EF Press Free Media Index, where we, in competition with other indexes, we due to the public outrage and of course subscriber demand, I've compiled this index. Now we have 5 main nominees, each one of which gets a special award for a particular service to the security state and national security. Now we have the opening nominations for the Arbitrary Arrest and Torture Award, the persecution of publishers, journalists and their sources, and the following 5 countries are here fighting for bottom place in the index. And the nominees are US, UK, Sweden, Ecuador and Oz. Now we'll start in that order, and the United States, extra for persecuting journalists and their sources, many individual contenders for the local award, as it were, in the battle, a constant fight against the First Amendment. We had Barack Obama, we have Trump, there's the Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, and of course William Pelham Barr. Well, in this category for the US is the Attorney General, William Pelham Barr. Well, congratulations. And he gets extra merit in the arbitrary arrest and torture category. Well done, William. Excellent. Makes the US a very strong contender for bottom. The UK, now this is a heavyweight for bottom place. There are so many nominees. There's Tony B. Lyer, Sakir, Cameron, May, Boris, Pretty, Hunt, many of them. UK media, the CPS, the FCO, the Lord Chief Justice, the Chief Magistrate, and last but not least, the Attorney General. Well, it's a crowded pack, but we had to pick a winner in this Free Media Index. Special award for the UK, and of course it goes to the UK media for their craven and cowardly falsehoods, their libel compounded by black ops, security state by decree propaganda, especially with Julian Assange's case. So that's a silver one. They should like that, the UK media. Moving down, Sweden. We can't forget about Sweden. Oh no. Their role in false allegations and keeping Julian in asylum, while the UK had no open reason to detain him. So thank you for that, Sweden. Shameful public prosecutors, police, political puppets. But really, this award, which we were going to give to Sweden for the most illegality and corruption, unfortunately is pipped by the UK. But sorry about that, Sweden, but yeah, very subservient to the UK and US interests, even with your vain attempts to grab the bottom spot in this index. Moving on, Ecuador. It's a very strong entry purely on the withdrawal of asylum involvement in Julian's rendition last year from their embassy in Kensington, but also contenders for employing the GC Global to spy on Julian for the CIA while he was in the embassy. But really, in this one, the out-and-out winner, the Socialist Turncoat and Torture Award, must go to President Lenin Moreno, with a special IMF Stooley Prize of $5 billion in your bank. Moreno, thank you very much for your cooperation. Sellout. Anyway, last but not least, I'll try and wrap this up. Julian's own home country, Aussie. Why, oh why. Once an independent fuck you, I'm an Aussie attitude. has disappeared when Julian's name is ever mentioned. Well, it's a hard decision. These Australians, they got Scott Morrison, Josh Frydenberg, George Brandis, the Attorney General Chrissy Porter, Dutton, the Oz Media, Rupert Murdoch. It's a long list. But really, the winner in the Oz category for their own special award in the Quisling and Looking the Other Way category goes to gorging on Australia House freebies with pitiful protection for an Oz journalist is the UK Ambassador, His Excellency George Brandis. Well done, George. Sterling job that you have done. So, bottom your index. Who's there? It's hotly contested by the US, the UK, Sweden, Ecuador and Australia. Prime nominees for tyrannical behaviour, abusing freedom of speech. I don't know, it's a hard choice. But this year, in 2020, the winner of the free media bottom of the list has to go to the UK. Well, congratulations. The UK, really, for pissing all over the Magna Carta, and especially they get a special silver award for arbitrary arrest and torture, and scoring 9 out of 10 on the index of brutality. So well done, UK. This year you have abused the journalists and many others and the sources, and you win the award. I shall be sending it to Priti Patel, the Home Secretary, since I feel she has a large part to play in Julian's fate. And the EF Press Free Media Index award ceremony in the back garden. We poll, you roll.